Hi folks! Welcome to Living the Skye Life. If you're new here, I'm Willie.
And I'm Sarah. We're a musician and artist, and this channel is about our journey escaping suburban life and moving to our dream home, a 200-year-old cottage on the Isle of Skye in the Scottish Highlands.
Along for the ride are our two crazy but adorable pups, Jack Spaniels and Nori.
Join us as we experience the highs and the lows of living in a remote corner of a wild Hebridean island.
This week we haul in our lobster pots for the first time this year, and from a brand new location that we've never tried before. Will we find anything inside them for our self-caught seafood supper, or will it be beans on toast before bedtime?
Plus, I continue trying to rewild a section of our cottage garden by planting a wildflower meadow, with a little bit of help from the boys, of course.
And Sarah heads out to try and get our weekly food shop, but will she succeed? As due to some dodgy online goings-on, the shelves are completely bare at the island's only supermarket.
If you don't already, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with our weekly adventures.
Join us as we continue. Living the Skye Life.
A couple of months ago, we started prepping this area of our garden to plant with native wildflowers. Now that the cold temperatures and frosts are hopefully behind us, it's time to start sowing the wildflower seeds. But first, there was still a lot of digging to do. Over the past few weeks, we've worked hard to get rid of the weeds currently growing there and create a clear bed for the flowers to grow in. We're reclaiming a bit of the bed back for our lawn, so first I cleared this area. Then I added some more topsoil to match the level of our lawn. And finally, sprinkled the grass seeds over the soil and raked them in. As the day drew on, I started clearing more ground to get it ready for sowing the wildflower seeds. It's such a difficult patch to dig as there are so many rocks, but I was determined to get it done.
In the previous video, we launched Betty the Boat for the summer boating season 2025. While at sea, we also baited and put out our lobster and crab pots to see what we could catch for supper later in that week. A few days later, Sarah and I ventured out to sea again in Betty. Now let's find out what's in those pots.
I had a splice on the anchor. We had old rope before, and it was fine, but if it's the anchor, it's quite important, so I'm going with brand new.
Now you might think this rope I'm splicing onto the anchor looks a wee bit thin, but it's a special rope known as sea steel, and it's incredibly strong. Even though it's only 8mm thick, its breaking strain is well over a ton.
It's called an eye splice. In Geordieland it's called a Y-eye splice though, isn't it?
Slower than we usually approach it. I'll give you that.
lobster.
Got it!
2 lobster!
And a crab.
And a crab. 2 lobsters and a crab in the first one.
Woo! Do I have the ruler ready? No, I do not. Hey, buddy! That's a lobster. That looks like a good size.
It's a lobster!
Oh!
First pot, first lobster!
No eggs.
Nope. One small velvet swimmer.
Red eyes.
Yeah.
Been on the red eye flight.
It's going flying again. Right, another lobster. Not V-notched. Not pregnant.
Are you putting them together?
No, I put them in separate buckets.
Your fight kicking off.
Yeah. It was a waste to chuck that back.
I'm sure it won't go to waste,
Oh, no,
judging
it
by
will
how
not
many
go.
seals have been watching us today.
Pot number 2! I'm excited now because there's lobster. There you go. Quick.
Well, you went a bit quicker that time.
I did. It's nice having new controls so I could actually shut the engine off without fear of it not starting again.
This is a new location for our pots.
Yeah.
We used to put them over there. But this is cool because you can pull them in with a view of the Coolan Mountains. And rum.
Whoa.
Oh, I see crab. Big crab. I see something.
Fish.
Fish! Fish! How do we get a
A
fish?
tiny lobster.
Oh, it's a baby lobster!
That
Oh,
crab
it's
is
a little baby lobster!
that crab is enormous.
Oh, Papa! It's
Look
like
at
a
this guy.
langoustine. Hello. Look at this little baby.
This crab is humongous.
Wow! Look at the
It's a puppy.
This lobster is like the size of that crab's claw.
Yay!
Right. So this little fella's going back.
Yes.
You have got some growing to do, mate.
When he wakes up, which is going to be soon, he's going to be angry. And look at the size of him.
That claw sort of grazed my thigh there. It was not really what I was hoping for. That is a monster crab. I also think I've sprung a leak in my salopettes because I have a rather wet bottom.
Oh, well, you need some new ones then. There's another crab. He's too small, so he goes back.
Get rid of the bait for the seals. So in here are some of the sprats that we collected off the beach when they got caught in the fish trap. They've caught us some lobster and some crab, and now it's going back to feed some seals, probably, or some other fish.
Yeah, seems fair enough.
The circle of life.
Right, let's tidy this one up and bring in the third one.
Find out what was in our last pot later in the video.
I'm just down in Broadford at the moment, which is one of the main towns on Skye, and this is where we pick up our food shop from Asda, which is what I'm waiting for at the moment, just in the car park. Asda only come as far as Broadford on the island, they don't go anywhere else, so I come here to pick up our main food shop. It's about a 45-minute drive. This week, more than any, I'm quite glad that we do that. It's a bit controversial sometimes getting food deliveries to Skye because there is an argument for obviously shopping at the local shops and supporting those, but we do that as well. Just for the main bulk stuff we get from Asda because it's the cheapest way to do it. It's the most sustainable for us living here on the island. The only supermarket we have in Skye is the Co-op, and they have 3 shops. They have one in Broadford, one outside of Portree, which is quite big, and then a smaller one inside of Portree. And there's one just across the bridge as well on the mainland. And they kind of have a monopoly over the supermarket side of things anyway. Lots of villages have their own little community shops, and they're usually really well stocked. Our local one, if you want something ordering in, they usually will get it for you. I tend to get different things from different places, so we got our bulk stuff from Asda and the stuff that would be more expensive. Because I come to Broadford anyway, I usually pop into the Co-op every week, so anything I've forgotten on the order, anything that didn't come through. I tend to get fresh fruit and veg from the Co-op as well because you get more choice over the quality. You might have heard of it, but there was a big cyber attack on the Co-op's data and a lot of their customer details got stolen, and also their ordering systems went down. They use an online ordering system and they couldn't place anything. We kept seeing these photos and videos come out of people going in and all the shelves are completely empty. This was about 3 or 4 days ago now, and they have had a delivery since. I've just been into the Co-op just to pick up a few bits that we needed, and even with a delivery coming through, there's still hardly anything there. The fruit and vegetables are empty, the ready meals, the meat, the dairy, all of that has been depleted, which is quite crazy to see, especially when a lot of people on the island actually rely on that, and people coming on the island for holidays as well. It's quite often people will stop here, pick up what they need for their holidays. I think those people must have really struggled this week because there's so little on the shelves. The cyber attack hit co-op stores nationwide, so it wasn't just Skye that was affected. However, it was definitely felt a lot more in the remote rural locations that rely on the co-op as their only shop, as opposed to places with a variety of supermarkets available to them. That reminds us that it's really good to have a stock of food in the house. Even in the summer, when we might not get the bad weather, there's still times that you might need to have stuff. So we've always got long life milk in the cupboard, we've got stuff in the freezer, we know we can last okay. It must have been so hard as well, especially for people who rely on the co-op, especially maybe elderly people or people who struggle with technology as well, who can't place orders online. So for anyone who relies on the co-op for their essentials, it must have been a really difficult week. But I have seen a lot of community coming together, local community shops making sure people have got stuff, people adding stuff onto their supermarket deliveries to help other people. We offered to put stuff on our Asda shop for people in the local area, but everyone seemed okay because there were deliveries coming through to our community shop. So I hope no one had to go without. I think there might have been some creative food choices going on in the past few days, but it seems to be okay now. But it just goes to show just how sort of vulnerable we are here on the island when we've got a limited supply of stuff. Even though we're connected by road, things can still happen like this. So a little bit of a wake-up call definitely, but hopefully this time no one's gone without. And any other supermarkets, especially Aldi and Lidl, I'm looking at you. If you want to come to Skye, please do. Please do. It would be nice to have some friendly competition for the co-op. Normally when I'm here in Broadford, I'll do a few other things as well, and I will normally go through and maybe have some lunch at the Coffee Bothy, which is one of our favourite places here. They also sell my prints, so I usually take stock in there. But because there's roadworks, I just know I would get stuck going both ways, going there and back. It's already a 2 or 3 hour trip anyway without adding in roadworks. So this time I've taken some prints into Meadow, Skye, which is the little crafty shop just by the co-op. There's a little sort of market square of little shops and cafes. The first time I went to the market kitchen for my lunch instead, so I got a salmon ciabatta takeaway, smoked salmon and ricotta. It is absolutely lovely, and a coffee as well. And they were just so friendly. They were so nice to everyone that was coming up, having a good chat, and the coffee is great. So that was a nice discovery. It's somewhere else to stop and have lunch in Broadford. You've got quite a lot of options here, but yeah, if you stop in at the co-op or the petrol station here, definitely go and check out the market square. So it's got a little antique shop, a little craft shop, and it's also got the market kitchen, which does amazing sandwiches. So check it out. Now I just have to wait and see if my Asda delivery arrives. Otherwise, I'm taking my chances with what's left on the shelves in the co-op. As you can see, after a few days of rain, the grass seeds started to sprout. Seeing those shoots re-energised me for the wildflower project, so I called in reinforcements to help clear the last of the bed in preparation for sowing. At Skye Cottage, when we are finally going to plant some wildflower seeds. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been a while. She's roped me in. I was actually working in the shed, but I've been roped into this. I like the idea of wildflowers. I do prefer peas, but things you can eat. But no, it's cool, it's groovy, it's good for the bees and all that kind of thing, so let's get it done, eh?
Yeah, hopefully. It's been a little bit of a labour of love. You had the boat to do,
yeah,
with all your painting, and I've been doing this, and oh my god, it's hard to get rid of all those weeds.
Yes, I know. I did help a bit with that.
You did help. So we got rid of most of the docks and the big tufts of grass and the nettles, and then once we got rid of those, then this big patch of hogweed came in, We think it's hogweed.
Well, no, I think it is hogweed.
Yeah.
You can actually eat that as well. There's a few of those things you can actually eat, but we're trying to make it so we've got our vegetable garden and things like that and things that we forage. We also want to give something back to nature, so the flowers for the bees.
We're still letting lots go sort of wild and feral, like whatever the garden wants to do. We've got our lawn where the boys like to play, and we've got this patch I'm going to sow with wildflowers. So the last thing to do is just give it a turn over, make sure it's nice and loose, get rid of any weeds that we missed, which is probably quite a few, and get them sown.
Let's do that.
Yes.
Team Skye Live.
We actually, while we were digging, discovered this like line of rocks here, which we think actually might have been a path from the cottage down to the rest of the croft. So originally this cottage probably would have had all this land to grow food and also have livestock on, and that's the kind of crofting lifestyle. But at some point in the cottage's history this was sold off, so we just have what's fenced here. We're going to try and keep that line of stones there and visible, but everything in this bed is hopefully going to be wildflowers. And genuinely, if nothing grows, I'll be so gutted. And if just one thing grows that I've planted and I see a bee or a butterfly on it, I'll be so happy. So let's get this done.
Come on, Sarah, let's not fork about.
Hogweed! Hey Jack. Helping, are we? It's not your help that I'm worried about, Bundy. That's why Nori's in the kitchen. Having a nap. A likely story. You feel that rain though?
Got rain.
Oh no! We have everything hanging out on the line.
Jack!
Oh, you're not supposed to be the one that digs. Monkey. All done, ready for the seeds. I did want to get them in a few weeks earlier, but we had a couple of weeks of absolutely glorious sunshine, no rain, super dry for the garden, and I just don't think anything would have grown. And since then we've had rain and high winds, so none of that's good. Don't want them to get blown away, don't want them to get washed away, don't want them to dry out. So fingers crossed this is the perfect conditions, but yeah, hopefully all my seeds don't end up down the glen. A seed bombing. I've got two mixes. I've got a Scottish meadow and I've got a bee wildflower mix. So I'm going to mix them together and then sprinkle them on, rake over it and pray that they grow. I can't even remember what's in these seed packets. I think what I'm really hoping for is those big oxeye daisies. I think there's poppies. I think there's yellow rattle, which is supposed to be good at keeping other weeds down, but I don't think it grows until maybe the autumn or next spring. So we'll just see what comes up, eh? That's them all scattered. I wouldn't say planted, scattered. I'm just going to give it a quick rake over just so they touch the soil, and then hopefully it's going to rain and they'll get watered.
Back to the boat and let's haul in that last pot.
last one today. Let's see what we've got.
Well, we've already got a lobster to take home.
For sure.
I mean, we still haven't measured them, but they look pretty good.
You can take up to 5 crabs and 1 lobster as an unlicensed hobby boat, which is what we are.
And then we get the lobster home and we fight over it.
We don't, we shape it.
We share it. I see it. Okay.
It's like full of lobsters.
Yes.
No.
No. No lobsters in this one. Ooh.
That's a whelk.
Tiger stripes. Ooh, it's coming out. Hiya.
It's a big snail. I wouldn't want that on my peas. Just put that there, it'll probably fall off. Right, we've got wee velvet swimmer. Another wee velvet swimmer who's going crazy. Come on. I don't really want to kill that. It's too cool. Right, off you go. I'm not going to eat it. It's not worth eating one whelk.
I wouldn't even want to eat a whelk.
Massive starfish.
Is that going to grab me if I hold it?
Grab you? No.
Am I thinking of octopus? 5-pointed starfish. Bye, buddy. Oh, I know what we're having for dinner tonight. Hey, buddy. Behind the eyes to the end of the carapace. That one's exactly 90. You're 90. You're bang on size. And I feel like the other one's slightly bigger. Beauty. Don't move. No, don't move. That one's like 95. But he's scooting backwards. Don't scoot backwards. So that one's 90, that one's 95, so that one's I'll keep it, I think. I think it's also got bigger claws, so sorry mate, you're coming home with us. What about Mr. Krabby Crab?
We'll take him.
Is the monster crab coming home?
So we had our dinner sorted, but we decided to drop anchor and stay out for a little while longer to do a spot of fishing and see if we could catch some bait for our next lobster potting trip. After a while it became clear that nothing was biting, probably because the summer mackerel shoals haven't come in just yet. So we decided to head back in. And it was just then that we noticed the magnificent white-tailed eagle circling right above us. As you can see, it wasn't just us that noticed the eagle, as these gulls were doing their very best to chase it away. All in all, an amazing wee boat trip, and it's just the start of some bold adventures that we have planned for this year.
Okay, so that was our first lobster pot haul of the season.
It was amazing. And it's like completely flat can. As soon as Sarah started filming, the breeze started going, but it's been like, well, you can see, it's like a mirror. It's like if you could just jump in and have a bit of a swim.
It is beautiful. I imagine it's still quite cold though.
It will be a bit cold, yeah.
We got a crab, we got a lobster to take home, and we got another couple of lobsters to put back. And that's pretty good.
That is
Our
pretty
first
good.
pots.
And a weird fish.
Yeah, it's a weird fish. We don't know what it was.
A rockling.
A rockling. Thank you so much for watching our video. We really hope you enjoyed it, and well done if you made it to our new time slot on a Wednesday night, 8 PM UK time. Big changes for Skye Life.
Big changes, but it has to be done sometimes. You gotta be brave and just go with the flow.
Mix it up a bit. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave us a like, a comment, or subscribe if you don't already. It's free to do, helps our channel to grow, and you get notified when our new videos come out. So you don't forget that we come out now on a Wednesday night, 8 PM UK time.
Should we say at the end as well?
Yeah, we should probably say it as many times as possible.
Why not? If you did enjoy the video and you'd like to support this channel further, you can do so over on Ko-fi by buying us a coffee or the dogs a wee treat. And what I really mean is, you help with the running costs of making these videos every week.
Or if you want to help us out more long term, you can join our amazing community over on Patreon, where you get bonus content for helping us out each month.
If you're interested in our creative endeavours, you can go over to Sarah's Etsy store for our artworks like these.
Music, you can head across to his Bandcamp page for songs like these.
These old walls saw 100 lives, from the days of old to these days of mine. I don't mind if the storm hits tonight. There's no reason to go outside.
As usual, all the links to our pages are in the video description.
Hello. Thanks again for watching. We will see you next week on Wednesday at 8 o'clock
UK
time, and that's PM. Bye, folks. We're leaving our suburban life, moving over the sea to Skye. Are we chasing a dream? I guess in time we will see, when we're living the Skye life. Living the Skye life.
Be very gentle.
Don't want to disturb the otter.
Gentle.
It's balancing by a hair. Not a hair, an otter.
Oh, drop the web. Oh no.
You know that the folk are going to realise these aren't real guitars, though, because they're not even plugged in.
Yeah, one of us is holding it the wrong way.
Well, that'd be you. This is
Is
the
it?
headstock. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. How do you tune your guitar? Also, are you a lefty?
Well, I didn't want to hit you in the face with my face melting guitar solo.
Oh, you mean again? Right, are you ready?
Okay.
Right, 3.
What are we actually doing?
Hi, folks.
Are we doing high, folks?
Right, 3, 2. Making these videos every week.
What's that little snort for?
I don't know. I doubt.
Why are you going forward?
We're actually getting blown back that way. We'll just wait.
Yeah, I think we'd want to get home a little bit before that. Whoa! For bonus content, updates before anyone else finds things out, and just genuinely running out of things to say. No digging, no peeing. No fighting. This is the stupidest one so far.
Excellent. Thanks again for watching.
No,
links.
Links. Africa.
They don't make it anymore.
Good. For the first time, I went to the market kitchen. Leave it. Now we leave. No, off. Right, boys, off.
What's with the hand? What's with the hand? Like I've got a bloody glove pop on or something. Right. Hi, folks!
Even Jack thinks it's stupid.
There's nothing in that cup. There's nothing. That's fakey jakey. That's YouTube.
That's a good thing, or else it would have gone all over my face.
Shameless self-promotion. There you go. That's the new otter mug. If you want one, you know where to go.
You really ought to get one.
You really ought to get one. Click here to subscribe to live in the Skye life.
Click here to go back to the start of our adventures with our very first episode.